April is not the same as spring. Most gardeners treat them like they're interchangeable, and it costs them an entire season. Spring is a season. April is a deadline. The window between the last frost and the summer heat is shorter than it feels, and the crops you put in the ground right now, this week, not next month, are the ones that will be feeding you in July and August when everything at the grocery store costs twice what it should. This is not a video about planting your garden. You have watched enough of those. This is about what goes in the ground in April and why it goes in now and not later. 7 crops, all of them productive, all of them proven, and all of them available at any garden center or from seed right now for less than you spent on coffee this week. April is the most important planting month of the year, and most gardeners waste it. Here is why. April is the last call for cool season crops, the lettuce, the peas, the spinach, that actually prefer cold soil and cold nights. Once the temperature climbs consistently above 70 degrees, those crops stop producing. That window is closing right now. At the same time, April is the first safe window for warm season crops in most zones. The soil is finally warm enough, the frost risk is dropping. The tomatoes, the beans, the cucumbers, they have been waiting for exactly this moment. You have 2 windows open simultaneously, and both of them are closing. That is what makes April different from every other month in the garden. You are not just planting, you are racing 2 clocks at once. This is the list that wins both races. 5 cool season crops that go in right now before the heat ends them, and 2 warm season crops that finally go in the ground this month for a summer harvest that actually shows up on your table. Drop your zone in the comments right now. Let's see where everyone is planting from. Here is crop number 1. Peas are the first crop on this list for one reason. They are running out of time and they know it. Peas stop producing the moment soil temperature climbs consistently above 70 degrees. In most zones, that happens sometime in June, which means every week you wait right now is a week you are cutting off the back end of your harvest. Plant in April, full window. Plant in May, fraction of one. Wait until you feel ready. You are growing nothing in watching other people's harvests online. Here's the part most gardening videos skip. Peas don't just tolerate cold soil, they prefer it. A pea seed planted in 45-degree soil will germinate slower than one planted in 60-degree soil, but the plant it produces will be stronger, more productive, and more resistant to disease. Cold start, strong finish. That is the biology, and it is why April is not too early. It is exactly right. Now here's what actually kills most first-time pea crops, and it has nothing to do with frost or soil temperature. No support. Peas climb. That is not optional. It is how they are built. The plant produces small tendrils that wrap around anything nearby and pull itself upward toward light. A pea plant lying on the ground stays wet, gets diseased, and produces a fraction of what a supported plant does. You don't need anything expensive. 4 wooden stakes with string run between them at 6-inch intervals is the entire setup. Push the stakes into the ground, run the string, walk away. The peas find it themselves. Plant seeds 1 inch deep, 2 inches apart. Water once after planting and then leave them alone until the soil surface dries out. They sprout in 7 to 14 days. The cooler the soil, the slower the sprout, but they will come. And when they do, pick them the moment the round shape is visible through the outside of the pod. Fresh peas eaten straight off the vine taste nothing like anything you have bought at a grocery store. They are sweet in a way that does not survive shipping or freezing. It's the kind of flavor that makes people start gardens and then spend the rest of their life trying to explain it to people who have not tried it yet. Crop 2 goes in the ground at the same time, but for the opposite reason. Everybody wants to grow tomatoes. Most people plant them too early and lose them to a cold night they did not see coming. April is the month where that stops being a risk in most zones and starts being an opportunity. Tomatoes need soil temperature above 60 degrees to establish properly. Below that, the roots struggle, the plant stalls, and you end up with a tomato that sits in the ground doing nothing for 3 weeks, while the gardener next to you, who waited for warm soil, is already seeing growth. Check your soil temperature before tomatoes go in. A basic soil thermometer costs a few dollars and tells you exactly what you need to know. 60 degrees minimum. 65 is better. When you plant, dig a hole deeper than the root ball of the young tomato plant. Remove the lower leaves and bury the stem up to the remaining leaves. Tomato stems grow roots along their entire buried length. A deeper plant means a stronger root system, better water access, and a more stable plant when it gets heavy with fruit later in the season. Every tomato plant needs support from day one. A simple wooden stake pushed into the ground beside the plant and tied loosely with string is enough to start. As the plant grows, add ties every 8 to 10 inches up the stake. Do not wait until the plant is falling over to add support. By then, you have already stressed the stem and potentially damaged the roots by pushing a stake in next to an established plant. Support goes in at planting, not later. Tomatoes are a long-season crop. The work you do in April shows up on your table in August. That gap is why most people give up. They plant, they wait, they see nothing for weeks, and they assume something went wrong. Nothing went wrong, tomatoes are just slow, and then, suddenly, they are not. Stay with it. Now the pace picks up. 5 more crops, fast, no wasted time. Lettuce goes in April, and it goes now before the heat turns it bitter. Scatter seeds across the surface of loose soil, press them in lightly, and water gently. Lettuce needs light to germinate, so do not bury the seeds. Press them into the surface and keep them moist. You can harvest outer leaves while the plant keeps growing from the center. One planting of lettuce in April feeds you for weeks if you harvest it correctly. Spinach is faster than lettuce and more cold tolerant. Plant seeds 1/2 inch deep, 3 inches apart, and water them in. Spinach germinates in cool soil quickly and is ready to harvest in 4 to 6 weeks. It is one of the highest nutrition crops you can grow and one of the easiest to start. If your nights are still cold, spinach does not care. Plant it anyway. Radishes are the most underestimated crop on this list. Some varieties are ready to harvest in 25 days. Plant them between slower-growing crops to use every inch of space while you wait for everything else to mature. Push seeds 1/2 inch into the soil, 2 inches apart, water them in, and come back in 3 weeks. Radishes are not glamorous. They are productive, fast, and they fill the gaps. Broccoli transplants go in the ground in April in most zones. If you started seeds indoors 6 weeks ago, they are ready to go outside now. If you did not, buy transplants from a garden center. They are widely available this time of year. Plant them 18 inches apart, water them in deeply, and add mulch around the base to hold moisture and keep the soil cool. Broccoli produces a main head and then smaller side shoots after you harvest it. One plant keeps producing for weeks if you cut correctly. Carrots go in last on this list because they require the most patience and the most specific soil preparation. Carrots need loose, deep, rock-free soil to grow straight and full. If your soil is compacted or full of rocks, carrots will fork, twist, and stay small. Loosen the soil at least 12 inches deep before planting. Remove any rocks you find. Plant seeds 1/4 inch deep, 2 inches apart, and keep the surface consistently moist until they germinate. Carrot germination is slow, up to 3 weeks in cool soil. Do not give up and do not let the surface dry out during that window. The reward is worth the wait. A carrot pulled straight from your own soil tastes nothing like anything from a store. That is your April planting list. 2 crops racing the heat before the window closes. 5 crops taking advantage of the exact moment the season turns. All of them available right now. All of them productive, and all of them sitting in the ground doing exactly what you need them to do while everyone else is still planning. The gardeners who eat well in summer are the ones who planted in April, not the ones who waited until it felt like the right time. It is the right time. Go plant something. And when you do, the next step is making sure what you plant keeps feeding you past summer and into fall and winter. I put together a complete guide on how to build a victory garden that feeds your family every single month of the year. It's on the screen now, called How to Build a Victory Garden That Feeds Your Family Year-Round, and it's the next video you should watch.